Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great day today. So Tuesday I uploaded a video, and in that video it stated 10 things to make your home look expensive. That video, I would consider that to be YouTube friendly. Today's video, I'm going to be spilling the real tea on how to make your home look expensive. Before I get started, because I know you guys are going to ask, this wig here is part of Erinnie's, one of her designs. I did a video on it. I'll leave it in the description box down below. If you guys are interested, you can click on it. I'll put hair deets. That way you can kind of reach out to her. It is 24-inch frontal, She'll explain to you guys, because that's not really my thing. I stay in my lane, okay? But moving right along. So the part of the video that I cut out in that video, which some of you guys probably seen it when I told you the 10 videos that I do in a day, how I kind of run my channel and stuff. The reality is, in my house, yes, we did splurge and we spent some money on furniture, which is why fabrics look the way they look. I'm gonna give you an example. It could have been a year ago, maybe even a few months ago. I was scrolling on YouTube and a video came up about buying quality and stuff. So Payless designed a store by the name of Palessi, I believe it is. They made it look really high end, they made it look chic, and they did everything that they could possibly do to make it look like you were buying into this expensive brand. And they took the same shoes that was in Payless and they put it into this Palessi, right? So first of all, I didn't even look at the design aspect of it. I skipped all the way to where I could see the shoes and people were looking and like, oh my gosh, like you could tell the quality. And I'm like, y'all, really? Because I'm sorry, you can look at the difference between like a leather upper and 100% leather, or even faux leather. You know, maybe because I grew up on Payless and I actually wore Payless to go to school and a whole bunch of other things. So for me personally, I don't buy into luxury because the store looks like it's luxury. I buy into luxury because, you know, I've had my heel break while I was crossing the street. You know, I've had my bag strap break and everything fell out of it in a public area. I mean, my friends have given me piggyback rides out of places because my heel broke. Listen, I used to carry brushes in my purse to comb my weave because it was tangling in the back. Like, I went through that whole process. For me personally, I feel like I'm very meticulous and also indecisive when it comes to spending money. So I'll see something and I'm like, I'm looking to see if I see any separation with glue. I'm looking to see if I see any sort of fraying already in it. I'm looking to see, is it cracking anywhere? In this video, the main purpose of it is so that way you guys don't go into a Palessi and get sold Payless, pretty much. With that being said, I'm going to give you guys the one and only tip that you are going to need when it comes to trying to figure out what is quality and what isn't. And it's not fail proof, but I think this is going to be the best tip that I can give to you. Let's just say the store is called Whitfield's and you go in there and everything looks really good and you're like, ooh, and they go, yeah, so we have this da-da-da-da and this quality, because I've gone into rooms to go and they done told me high end. I'm just like, I came here to save money. If I wanted high end, I would not have come here, you know? So I'm just like, whatever. I'm let them give me their little spiel, whatever. So the one question that you need to ask when you go into the store is, what is the warranty? High-end quality furniture does not come with a 3 to 5 year warranty. Most of them come with a lifetime warranty, period. Now, there may be some instances where you buy something and the fabric may have like a 2-year warranty or something like that, and it's not really on the wear and tear so much. They're just saying, oh, you know, we'll give you 2 years, but they know that you're not going to come in and have any issues with the fabric, because anytime a fabric goes into production, it goes through a crazy process before it ever hits retail to anyone to even see it. Mistakes happen with everything, so nothing is really foolproof, so they do give you that. But the actual like wear and tear framing and stuff, they normally give you a lifetime warranty. Most sofas that you're going to purchase, they're going to have an 8-way tie spring down cushions, the whole setup. That way they're guaranteeing their work, and they know, and they've been in business for 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 years span of their furniture, and they've perfected what they do. One of the things that I can share with you guys, and again, everything that I'm sharing with you is through experience, is when it came time for us to buy furniture for the house, it wasn't supposed to be this, I promise you. I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and, you know, go here and go here and go here and go here for everything. But I know, I was like, I want to get a really good sofa, and I want our bed to be really good. But when I got on this journey and I started researching and looking at the fabrics and realizing that you had fabrics like Sunbrella, you had fabrics like the Krypton, you had Kravitz, you had Revolution. And these fabrics, what they do is they allow you to live in your home comfortably, but also live in your space. If someone comes over and has a bottle of wine or whatever and they're drinking, you don't have to be like on pins and needle if it spills, because the fabric isn't going to absorb that stain, and it's going to, and if it does by chance, it's going to clean really nicely. And if you do have a stain and you're cleaning it, you want to start from the outside and work your way in. That way the stain doesn't get bigger, so you don't want to go in the middle. But anyway, you know, so they've pretty much kind of mastered that aspect of it. And when we started buying stuff, I was like, there's no way I can pair, you know, the Bernhardt and the Lexington with, you know, something inexpensive in the front. So then now we started saving again so we can get the pieces in the front sitting room. So that does not have to be your journey. When I speak with my clients, the two pieces that I'm like, you guys, listen, you need to just save the money and get it, is the main living sofa and the bed. And personally for me, and we're gonna talk like girlfriends, your bed should not be when it's going down. Your roommate should not be, you know, if you have one, you know, the neighbors should not hear your bed. It is not an alarm clock. Is there a rooster somewhere? Like, that should not be the definition of good, you know, just in case there's some kids around, you know. So for me, I'm just like, I need my bed to be quiet, you know what I'm saying, inconspicuous. And by chance, if you make it to the sofa, I need the sofa to be quiet and inconspicuous, you know. So I'm gonna need some fight back furniture. I know my client, and I know she's probably watching laughing, because she was like, girl, my neighbors, they be like, I'm like, well, while we're in the transition of upgrading your bed, I'm like, we just gonna have to make your bed shake. So when I went to go visit her, I was like taking her bed, and I'm like, it was funny in the moment, but I said, your bed shouldn't do that. You know, the headboard should not be sitting there rocking, hitting the back wall. Like, that's just not supposed to happen. So yes, I'm a stickler when it comes to the bed, and only the bed. Now, if the client has a little bit more cash flow and they want to spend more on other pieces, then that's fine. But the bed and the sofa are just two things that I really feel like you should really make a sound investment in. And everything else can kind of be finessed. But try to stay away from the really shiny, shimmery things that, you know, because a lot of times those pieces tend to turn a lot faster than the things that are a little bit more muted in tone, especially when you're you know, buying lower end stuff. And it's not to say that you can't find quality at affordable stores. So I have a Vanguard chair in my office, and you guys saw the chair when I did my office tour. I actually poured pomegranate on it, and you guys saw that it bubbled on top of the chair, and all I did was take a napkin and I just kind of, and it picked up, right? That chair was, and it's on casters, that chair was at Home Goods. I walked into Home Goods, my eyes locked with this piece of furniture because I was like, herringbone, clean stitch, nail heads are just like, I mean, somebody literally sat there and you could tell precisely put these nail heads on the chair, and I'm just like, this chair looks like, I don't know, but it looked good. And I swiveled it, it's on casters, so then I turned it, and then I'm like, no. Matter of fact, it was $4.99 and they marked the price down. I think I'm almost positive that chair was close to about $300 that I paid for. So I'm just like, whatever. And I was shopping with a client and I said, do you like this chair? Because I don't like buying things for myself when I'm with a client, just because, you know, in case they like it, I don't want to do that. So I'm like, do you like it? She was like, no, it's not my style, it's ugly. And I was just like, okay, cool, it's ugly. So I didn't buy it that day. I waited when I was 100% completely done with her, and then I went back and that chair was there. And I had a feeling it was still going to be there because I'm like, anybody going into Home Goods that did not know was going to see the chair and think, why is this chair $400 and it's small, it's, you know, whatever. So I was just like, okay. So I went back, I flipped the chair over because, you know, I wasn't going to say anything. And this little white lady came by. She said, you better get that chair. And I said, excuse me? She said, you better get that chair. She was like, I don't know who made it, but it looked like a good piece of furniture. And I was just like, we on the same page, bro. So I took the chair, I picked it up, and I'm looking through, and then boom, inspected by, and it said Vanguard. And I was like, ah! Baby. That chair came home with me. I did go to the register, and I'm like, listen, it's a little dirty, you know, everybody been touching my little chair, got some stains on it. I already knew that the stains was gonna come clean, so they took off like maybe like I think 20% off or whatever, because the chair had been sitting there for a while, and they let the ticket, they were gonna mark down anyway, so they went on ahead and marked it down. So then I ended up buying it. I took it home and I sprayed it with some Krypton, had the guy come and he cleaned it, and now the chair's in my office and it's absolutely gorgeous. If you see my office tour, then you know exactly what chair I'm talking about. But on the list, which I'm going to share with you guys towards the end, Vanguard is one of those pieces that are just, again, the quality, the fabrics, everything, they stand behind their work. And if you were looking for high-end, that's what you would buy. Before I go into the list, I just want to share with you, that does not mean that the Rooms to Go, the Havertys, and the Ashley Home Store, they're not good pieces. What I'm saying to you is when you go into those stores and you buy a sofa and you buy a table and you buy a chair and you buy this, buy the warranty. Buy the warranty. You want to buy the warranty. So when you budgeting for the furniture, buy the warranty, because the warranty is already letting you know that, listen, we know that you wanted something to look real good and pretty. We gave you that, but at the same time that we gave you that, we had to kind of save on costs. So we may not have done, you know, 100% point inspection on the framing. We couldn't have given you the 8 spring down, you know. So we know over time, you know, when Bobby, Sophie, the kids jump on it, your cushion's gonna sink, you know. There's a possibility that the legs may get a little wobbly over time. So here's the warranty, so in case that happens, you don't talk bad about us. Please buy the warranty, because the warranty is going to ensure that within the 3 years, within the 5 years, you can replace that piece of furniture. You know, if you are like, you know what, I saw Nadia's video, I'm looking at her house, and you know, I can do the bed because, you know, I buy virgin hair. I have a couple Louis bags in my closet, you know, we take little lavish vacations here and there, so I can get a decent bed, you know, I can get me a good little sofa. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a list of some of the stores you can go to. Now, there's a lot, you know, there's a lot. But I'm going to give you a few that I have dealt with and I can say, listen, Linda, okay? So one of those brands being Lexington. You really can't see it, but my bachelor hutch right here, and if you guys saw my Sunday throwback, I was buying the bed and I also was looking at the bachelor hutch, and you guys, the bachelor hutch is amazing. It took 3 men to bring that thing up. It's heavy. I don't really mess with it. I don't do nothing with it. I mean, the kids have bumped it, everything. I did get the cut of glass to go on top of it to protect it and stuff, but let me just tell you, that thing, this furniture, that I'm gonna give to you guys, this is the type of furniture that you pass down. You know how, you know, when you go to the estate sales and it's been passed down from generation, this is the furniture that can really and honestly be passed down, because even if, you know, you're hard on your pieces, the furniture's gonna fight back. It's definitely gonna fight back. My son was jumping on the sofa and he went to crying because I was just like, I told you to stop like 5 minutes ago, but you didn't want to listen, and now the furniture done got you good. So anyway, the first one is going to be Lexington. I don't know, I probably repeated myself, but Lexington. And another thing too, the price that we paid for this thing, it's the same price 3 years later. There's not going to be a sale. There's not going to be a discount. The only way you probably get this at a lower price is if the store itself just decided to sell it and they closed down and stuff and they were selling inventory. Other than that, they are literally the pioneers in furniture. Underneath Lexington, you have Tommy Bahama, and I'm not 100%, I think it's Aristica, and the other one is called Barclay. I haven't purchased any one of those. I have seen them in a showroom and they look beautiful. Tommy Bahama, I would say, is a little bit more for the mature crowd, but it's still a really, really great line of furniture. Hooker furniture I've purchased for a client. I absolutely love Hooker. I think the furniture is just really, really amazing. Universal furniture, I think it's really great. If you are in Home Goods, please look at the tags. Even if it's at $600, look at it, because I have seen a couple of Universal pieces. So a lot of times when things don't make it into market, or they're just doing a piece just for the showroom, sometimes those pieces get sold out to different vendors, and Home Goods I've seen Universal in Home Goods. So to take a look at the names a lot of the time. Kincaid is another one that's really good. Pretty much if you go into ADAC, those brands are good also. Stanley, Basset furniture is really good. Bernhardt is really good. There's a few more, but these are the ones that I have come across that I've actually used that I can tell you guys. Yeah, Stanley, I have my desk in the office from Stanley, and you guys, it is a massive piece of furniture. And if you happen to have seen it when it was in Home Goods, it's a massive and heavy piece of furniture. Like, you mess around and you bump your little baby toe on that thing, like you might lose a toe. So I do love that. Vanguard is another furniture that I absolutely love. Caracole. There's a Century. There's a few brands, but I'm going down the list that I've actually used, and I will leave it in the description box down below just in case you guys happen to miss it. Definitely buy within your budget and buy what you can afford. What I don't want to happen again is for you guys to go into a store and they tell you that you're buying into something and it's really not what you're necessarily buying into. I want to give you guys the information that you need so that way you can tackle Home Goods when you go in there. You know, you can tackle, you know, Ashley when you go in there. You can tackle American Signature when you go in there. That way you're not, you know, stuck, you know, buying stuff. I do try my best to, oh God, you guys, I mill over things for so long before I buy, because I do know that I'm sharing it with you guys, and I don't want to share something with you and then turn around and change it. I do my best to keep what I have. That way you actually get to see the pieces, you know, 2 and 3 and 4 years down the line. So that way, you know, like I said, if I say, oh, you know what was I thinking when I got this blue sofa, but this is actually a really great blue, just to say that. It's going to be on trend for a really long time because it's not that bright indigo, you know, it's blue and it has a really nice gray undertone, so it's perfect. But anyway, if I say, oh my God, what was I thinking, and I'm a blue sofa, I can easily say, hi, how are you doing? I'm calling because I have the Bernhardt sofa, and they will say to me, it's this much, we'll come and pick it up, this is how much for the freight, and I know that I can change it. But I know this video is a little long. I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the cushions. I started sharing it in the last video, but I didn't go into detail about it. But in this video, I do want to share with you what a cushion looks like from Bernhardt and what a cushion looks like from Ashley Home Store. This is not to say that Ashley Home Store is not a brand to shop. I'm just letting you know what you're buying into. And even when I do my collaborations with Ashley Home Store, I stress and over stress buying the warranty, because you just want to make sure that when something does go awry with the piece, that you have that warranty. You want to get the warranty on these things because the lifespan of them, unfortunately, isn't a lifetime warranty. But anyway, I think I've talked enough. I'm going to go ahead and get the other cushion and get this, and I'm going to share with you guys inside. But I want you guys just to take a look, because this is actually the high-end cushion. And this is the one from Ashley Home Store. Again, it's not really fair because it is just, you're doing a difference between like a velvet acrylic to more of a tweed-like, and it's not fair. But I just want you just to look at it, you know, and see. So even the wrapping, the zipper packaging on here is better. This right here is nothing but a piece of like mesh, whatever. I don't even know what this is. And then you can see the difference of this. This looks like some real embalming type stuff right here. But then when you look in the front is when you're going to see that down in that feather. And when you look here, this is nothing but cotton. And you can just see the difference of the fill. And now I'm going to unzip this part on here. I really want to share with you guys what you're buying. All right. So here's when I unzip this one here. First of all, just the material and the casing around the cushion, you can already see that this is a whole lot better than the mesh that they're offering here. Now, if you notice, you have the down right here, you have the down in here, and then they put another layer. Like, you see that? And this right here is in here, in this. And I'm not I'm squeezing, and I want you to see the tension that you're gonna get from the spring down. I could be saying this incorrectly, but this is sort of like the same exact cushion that you would find in a mattress, like a really great quality mattress that they've kind of cut to put inside of the sofa. This right here is pretty much just a foam, and what ends up happening is over time this starts to crush, which is why you're gonna notice the booty prints in sofas, and you're gonna have to keep flipping your sofa over. I really can't even flip my sofa over for one reason in particular. It is a velvet, so the way that they stitch it, I know you can see that lighter tone here. If I was to flip it over, then the direction in which the fabric is going to change, and you're going to see a difference in the color between the base and also the top part of the sofa. So I don't even flip this over, but you can see the height is still here, and I've laid on here, babe has laid on here, the kids come in here, all that stuff. So that's really what I want to share with you guys when it comes to the difference in the quality of the furniture. So the truth of the matter is, Tuesday's video was just a very cookie cutter reply answer. Most people, they will spend the money on the base products and then kind of dupe or low end or whatever, everything else. Now, if you have someone that's not scared, or they may have the resources, you're gonna notice that they're gonna be a little bit more prone to do colors. I'm not gonna buy like a purple sofa just because, I mean, that's a lot of money just for purple, and to know that you're going to be stuck with it. So when I'm looking at getting a piece, I do try to find a neutral, and even though this is blue, it's still a very neutral blue that I feel is still going to kind of stand the test of time. So I still made a very safe choice, you know. Personally, for me, like, I just wasn't gonna do any other color that was just gonna be safe, just because the pieces were just like really expensive. But there's a time and a place for everything, and again, the same thing applies to your home. So like I said anyway, and you know, this is just my truth for myself, and that's what I told myself. Like, girl, if you could spend the money on the hair, you getting your nails and your toes done, that's like $89, $100, you know, for all of that. And I'm, you know, definitely I'm spending money on handbags, you know, and, you know, making these splurges, getting a Tom Ford, getting a Michael Kors, you're doing all this stuff. Why you're not making the same investment into your home? furniture is very underrated, but if you really think about it, you're sleeping on it, you're entertaining on it, you're living on it, you're playing on it, your kids are on it. So if there was something that you should invest in, I would 100% say it would be furniture. And that is just from my experience of wear and tear, having kids, just the whole nine of life anyway. But my decision making probably wouldn't even been like this if I did not have children, because let me tell you something, if you want to know if you got furniture, it definitely made me want to get on the hunt to do my research. And then I also knew that I wanted to go into interior design. So, you know, I quietly, you know, was putting in applications with different studios and I was getting denied. I was like, okay. I was quietly talking to different people, getting denied. I was like, okay. And then I said, you know what? They don't want to hire me. They don't want to give me a job. That's fine. Let me work on the house. Let me educate myself. Let me do and take the steps that I need to in order for me to just figure things out. And then I thought to myself, you know, if by the time I'm done, then I can instead of me going with myself and my body first, I can go in with what I've done in the house, and then I can get a job, you know, with a company or whatever the case may be. So that's really what got me on to this journey of everything that I'm doing here. And again, I'm just sharing with you guys. But like I said, buy within your budget, buy within your means. Do not think that you have to go and spend all this money and do all these things and just no, that is not my that is not my intentions when it comes to uploading these type of videos. But anyway, I think I've spoken enough. I've shared a whole lot. By the time you guys see this video, I will not be home. I'll actually be working out of town. So if you have a question, leave it down below. I will be sure to answer them as quick as possible, as soon as I can. But hopefully this video will help you guys, because I did get a few emails asking like, oh, should I do this, should I do this? I'm like, no, there's only 2 pieces of furniture that I'm a stickler about, just 2. Everything else, do what you want to do, fix it how you want to fix it and all that stuff. But that's pretty much it. I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. The hair deets, my wig, you guys, and yeah, darling, it's a wig. It will be left in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.